Really big news. That is a major step for economic development for the Alabama Port Authority. Stakeholders coming together this morning to celebrate the Mobile Harbor Deepening and Widening Project. And as our Lee Peck reports, it's only a difference of 5 feet that is already paying off.
As work at the Alabama Port Authority is ongoing, they're celebrating a milestone. The ship channel depth, now the deepest container port in the Gulf, now at 50 feet.
For our customers, this means less ships, more cargo per ships, greater efficiency, less cost. And with the container terminal as the deepest container terminal in the Gulf, we expect to become the first port of call.
This aerial video shows the historic first ship to travel the deeper channel. At 50 feet, it's only 5 feet deeper than before.
It sounds a little weird, only 5 feet deep, but you're going to be able to get ships going in and out, passing each other. It'll be it's a game changer.
It does impact everybody across the state of Alabama. I mean, there's no other industry, business, anything that impacts the whole state like the port does. So, big day of celebrations.
The visionary behind the $400 million project, Senator Katie Britt's former boss and predecessor, Senator Richard Shelby.
So, for those of you who don't know, this was Richard Shelby's top priority. When I was his chief of staff, people would ask me, what is his priority 1 through 3? And I would say, the port, and the port.
Shelby, who was welcomed by a standing ovation, recalled a trip to Singapore 20 years ago, where a visit to their port illustrated what deepening and widening could do. Upon his return, he presented the idea to the port's then director.
And I said, we need to dig the port deeper to 50 feet. He said that will cost a lot of money, and it took a long time, but we finally got it done. That's why we're here today.
It was a combination of federal and state dollars from 2019's Rebuild Alabama Act. Then, of course, came the dredging.
You've heard me say the Port of Mobile is really the Port of Alabama, and our legislators recognize that.
Now among the fastest growing container ports in the nation, the economic possibilities are endless.
The potential is enormous. I tell people all the time, when you look out and you see the Port of LA or New York or some of the bigger cities, and you see those just massive container ships loaded down stories high with containers, Mobile will now be the only place in the Gulf that's capable of doing that. And so the businesses that can come and spin off of that and that are necessary to support it is enormous.
A team effort, an additional 5 feet deeper, now moving the state forward. At the port, Lee Peck, Fox 10 News.